This is the afternoon of the 25th of July, 2024. Article on Revolver, published on the 24th of July. Title: Three black thugs slaughter a young mother in front of her 6-year-old child during a horrific carjacking. Now, this woman's Caucasian. A young Ohio mother was brutally killed by three black thugs during a carjacking as she tried to protect her young child. In a tragic turn, she was run over by her own car with the 6-year-old still inside. Alexa Stakely, 29, was slaughtered during a carjacking in Columbus, Ohio. Thugs stole her car and ran over her while her 6-year-old son was still in it. She was a speech therapist at Canal Winchester School. Police hunting for three black males caught on video. Good-looking woman. Here is Alexia pictured with a young child. Now, that child does not look like he's Caucasian to me. He's an absolute mulatto. I mean, look at him. Look at her and look at him. They've got his face covered so you can't see his face, but look at his body. He's not Caucasian. Columbus police are looking for two male suspects in connection with the death of a mother who tried to stop them from stealing her car with her 6-year-old son inside at a southeast side apartment complex. The Franklin County Coroner's Office confirmed Alexia Stakely, 29, died Thursday morning at Mount Carmel East Hospital. Columbus police said that Stakely went around 1:30 a.m. Thursday to the 6,300 block on Blue Knoll Drive at the White Oak Park condominiums to pick up her son from a babysitter. She brought the sleeping boy out to her Honda CR-V while she left it running, while she met the babysitter at the doorway to get the boy's belongings, police said. As Stokely began to return to her vehicle, she saw someone inside beginning to back out onto the road. Stokely ran out toward the Honda and was heard screaming for her child and telling the driver to stop. At some point, police said the Honda hit Stakely and knocked her to the pavement, suffering a fatal wound to her head. The child was unhurt. Just another deadly day in Joe Biden's America, where the bad guys run the roost. The police have released a video footage of the three thugs who brutally murdered this young woman. You can see the clip. It's interesting how everything in this video is crystal clear except for the three monsters who slaughtered this poor woman. How do the authorities expect us to identify these blurry figures? It's an interesting question. Soon after George Floyd's murder, George Floyd murdered himself by taking fentanyl. This is such bullshit. Last year, in the ensuing protests for Black Lives, the Sacramento Bee reversed the long-standing reporting practice. It ceased posting mugshots and surveillance footage of alleged crimes that overwhelmingly incriminate black and brown women. You know why it overwhelmingly incriminates black and brown men? Because they're the ones that are committing the crimes. We just felt like running photos feeds into stereotypes of who is committing crimes and undermines the argument of innocent till proven guilty, Ryan Lewis, the Bee's assistant manager editor, said. In recent years, a growing number of local publications have begun questioning how their reliance on law enforcement for information, from identifying details of suspects to when and where crimes occur, have contributed to the hypercriminalization and over-politicizing of Black and Latino communities. And mugshot galleries, a crime story staple for more than a century, have been a flashpoint in this media reckoning on race. So once again, it looks like this might be a case of protecting the bad guys, all to push PC fantasy that ignores the violent crimes that blacks are committing at a frightening pace. We recently covered a story that highlighted the growing violent outbursts coming from the black community, namely in public and on cruise ships, airports, and even Disneyland. The first rule of Carnival Flight Club, you don't talk about Carnival Flight Club. Seriously, if you bring up the frequent brawls on this budget cruise line and identify who's mainly involved, black people, you risk being instantly branded a racist simply by over acknowledging the very clear and obvious pattern. It's a classic case of don't believe your eyes. The Marxist PC culture urges us to overlook what's truly happening and stick to the regime's narrative du jour. But let's be clear, the truth and the facts aren't racist, they're just reality. You can finish reading the rest of the article, but you sort of get the picture. This is totally insane. And again, this woman, child, to me, appears to be a mulatto. Look at it and let me know what you think. And hopefully they'll get these three hoodlums and hold them accountable for her murder. I can't do this alone, folks. Pass it along, and thanks for listening.